What's going on, everybody? This is the first time that we at Unusual Whales are doing a video stream that's not only on YouTube, but on Twitter as well. For those of you who don't know what's going on here, we've started a trading show where we go over options flow and education, as well as taking some trades if they present themselves. We've had 2 episodes on YouTube so far. This is our first one on Twitter, and we're going to be kind of looking at some stuff for NVIDIA's earnings. I'm sure everybody's kind of ready for that. But here at the top, just in case you don't know us, I'm Nicholas. You might know me from the FOMC panels on the Twitter account for Unusual Whales. And then over here, we've got my co-host, Jay-Z.
What's up, guys?
And our producer, Tucker, who's going to be doing some back-end stuff as well for us while we're live. So if you have flow requests and whatnot, drop them.
Always doing the back end on live on the internet.
He's coding us in the background.
Yeah.
But we're going to kind of just dive right into things. Just wanted to give a quick heads up on what the hell's going on. But I know Jay-Z already found one that he kind of wants to look at. I think it was the RC $3 call.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up real quickly because I had it over here opened. We did see a little bit more chains coming in through for that as well. So this is the one that came in. Now, this was the original one I did see, and now we have the little X symbol on there. So because we have this coming through as well. So I'm not really sure about this X as much. Nick, do you want to shed a little light on the X symbol here for me?
Go ahead
please?
And hover over it. It should give you some information right there. That means that some of the contracts, if you recall, sometimes you'll see a strike through on some contracts that come in the flow. That means they've either been nullified, canceled completely, or modified. Yeah. So that's probably why you see those 2 equally sized candles. So you hover over that green one. That bad boy was our initial entry there.
Yep.
And then if you hover over that gray one, I suspect it'll be roughly the same size.
Count 1, 2, 5, 5, 1, 2, 800. Yeah, 300 off.
Let's go ahead and click on the gray one. It looks like this was more likely modified than canceled. You see how it doesn't have a perfect fill or anything on that bid ask?
Yeah.
So this one, that initial order, if you go back and click that green candle as well, that'll probably open up to some red crossed out flow. There's the big one. Yep, there we go.
That's the big one.
So it looks like we got a modified one in there. That doesn't necessarily mean anything bad.
Yep.
Or the contract you're watching. But that RC3, do you like it enough to take it on the show account?
I actually took it on my personal account just because it was a nice chunk of premium, 160,000. You got a lot of time on it. It's not super far out of the money, so if there's any good news, it'll do well, in my opinion. I did see that nice, massive jump in volume 30 average, which I do like a lot as well. And then I did take a look at the actual of the stock as well and the option flow and OI. It looked pretty good overall. I would definitely like to see what OI is tomorrow with that cancellation. With that cancellation, but I went ahead and took it.
You know what I'm going to do, Jay-Z?
What's up?
I'm going to go ahead and hide your screen. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull up our handy dandy show account. You can ignore that negative $13 up there, folks. That is a lotto we had that went to 0. It was only 15 bucks. But while we're here, you found it, you like it. What was the expiration on that again, Jay-Z?
417. I think it just jumped up in price.
It is sitting. These are the 3s. It did.
Yeah.
It did a
little
bit.
It just jumped. So
like
I got in.
You know what? There's enough time on that. I'm going to go ahead and just take it at 20. We're in. We're in the $3 call RC. Now, you all saw that disclaimer at the top of the show. That's important. There's going to be a bit of a delay between what we're doing and what you see on the screen just by that latency issue of getting to the streaming service. Don't shadow trade. Anything we talk about here, we're doing for educational purposes. Jay-Z already broke down why he likes this $3 call. Don't shadow trade. Don't chase shit. That out of the way, let's see what else we got going on. I know you had one more contract you brought up.
Yeah, so this is going to be earnings, but so I know people are very weird about earnings. Some people don't like earnings, but you know, sometimes I look into these. The BBWI that came in, hit 273,000 in premium, right? Expiring 11/21, which is obviously in 2 days. Super risky, right? I did see a nice volume third average. Now with earnings, full disclosure, right? You can have some of the best earnings in the world, and it can just drop. And you can have some of the best, like the worst earnings in the world, and it can go up. So again, earnings are like going to a casino. You can't cry in the casino, unfortunately. So these are also expensive. Also, the IV is juiced, right? So this has to absolutely get destroyed for me to even see any profit on this. I am currently not even thinking about taking this right now, just because I've been off for the majority of the day. So I'm just like, I haven't done enough research. I don't have enough time. Sometimes it might get away from me. It is what it is. But I did see this. I thought it was super interesting. It seems like this is the majority of the volume for the day. I did see this over here, however, where that little put premium did drop, right? Which I was not a fan of for sure, but overall it looks pretty good. But again, earnings, grain of salt, not everybody's cup of tea. Smaller accounts, people that are trying to learn, people that are trying to get better at this. I highly advise you stay away from earnings. That is my high advice to you guys. This is very degenerate stuff. Don't even think about it, right? Slowly grow your account. When Nick dives more into like Periscope stuff, I think that will be something to learn and learn very, very well, because that's very good, right? Or long-term plays, longer-term flow plays is what I would recommend for like smaller, newer accounts, you know? So
Not a bad take either. And something I want to show with this $1,000 account, it's for those who saw it on the screen when we took that RC, it's up about 30-ish% from where we started on our first episode at 1,000. We're at about 1,300 now. We just want to show that you can do this shit with a small account. You don't need to be bankrolling $50 million to trade some flow. The one caveat with a small account is you kind of have to risk a little bit higher of your portfolio than you would usually want to, and that's just kind of the reality, which carries some extra risk. You just got to be careful with what you pick, and that's kind of what we're going through. Do you have any other contracts you wanted to take a look at, JZ, before I just take a quick peek at... Actually, we can wait about 5, maybe 10 more minutes, and then we'll dive into prior NVIDIA earnings and give some people something that they want to look at, since that's in the title of the damn stream.
Yeah, I got a contract from our very own Mr. Anthony over here. The Netflix 11/28, 113.5. Let's take a quick peek at this one, right? So we had that 267 over here. So Nick, please.
That's kind of like the inverse of the cross out. So if you hover over that exclamation point, it'll give you that same information. Yep. Sometimes the volume, excuse me, sometimes the open interest doesn't update correctly, and when it doesn't, it carries over into the next market day.
Right over here, right? That's probably what happened here. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that makes sense. So 689,000 in premium, 3% out of the money. Let me see. I didn't even check how much days the expiration. 9 days till expiration. A little too close for me to play Netflix. A little too like close in the too close to DTE for me for Netflix.
Go ahead and set those results to 250. Let's see how these started trailing in.
So that is right here is when they start trailing in.
That's the very first order.
Yeah, it seems like it. I don't go any more than that.
108, 110, 108, 6. Yeah, I mean, we're also sitting on a bunch of open interest. There's the possibility of a lot of that being exits. Not the kind of thing I would chase personally. It is down
3%, right?
3.5% on the day. Yeah. These would basically be somebody trying to get that back to break even going into tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't chase this, especially with our small account. That's a little too close to 10% on one contract for me.
Yeah, it is too close. I mean, also especially with that DTE too, I'm not the fan. I mean, but granted, I've seen Anthony catch some phenomenal flow. This could be definitely one of them. So, not saying it's a bad play. It's just something that I wouldn't want to take and watch. Just like LPTX, it might just run tomorrow, and we might be just looking. I'm not just gonna appear anymore. I'm gonna be gone, guys. I'm gonna go poof. I'll be gone poof.
LPTX is in the past, and we already memed ourselves for it. We're good.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to hover over to whatever you were thinking about, I'll keep looking at stuff if I find anything that's cool.
Yeah, Anthony, we can't sell premium on that. We are on a cash account for the $1,000 account to get away from the 3 pattern day trader rule, the 3 day trades rule. With a small account, it's much better to be able to get the hell out as fast as you can.
Yeah.
So I don't like doing small accounts on a margin account. All right, let me pull up my screen, and we can just take a quick peek at NVIDIA earnings. So let's just go ahead and hop on over to the NVIDIA page. And I'm actually sharing my screen this time, guys.
She's doing it.
It's
getting
happening. Better. I'm basically a pro now. Earnings. Now, NVIDIA, as many know, as NVIDIA, so does the market. The last several earnings, they've only kind of fallen outside of their implied move once, back in Q1, it looks like. And it was about 1% outside the expected move. In the last, how many are we showing here? 4, 8, 9 quarters, they've only reported outside of the implied move 3 times. Unless I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 3 times that they were outside. So they kind of tend to go in line with what the options pricing and implied volatility are expecting. I have been hearing some hearsay that NVIDIA's investments aren't doing as well as NVIDIA itself is. I don't know enough about that. But I'm going to be biting my tongue to see what happens. Because if NVIDIA dumps the whole market, even our little guy that's like completely unrelated, our little RC.
Yeah, it's going to get cooked.
He's going to get cooked too. Yeah. NVIDIA's sitting up about 3% on the day. What all have we done? Did it do that fun little fake out dip?
NVIDIA is like your beef, and your other contracts like your potatoes and carrots.
Oh man, you guys can't see, but the viewers can. I have a chart open, and I have old ass scalping levels on NVIDIA drawn, and they're still being obeyed. These are old, man. These are old. Let me throw on the daily and see how old these are. These got to be real old. All the way back into. Oh, it's even possible this could have been pre-split, so they're completely inaccurate. Now they're still obeying. So this is from like August. I know what it was. I probably did this the last time we streamed NVIDIA on YouTube. That would make sense. It's kind of crazy. I forgot I drew these levels, and I'm currently proud of them because even on the daily, boing, perfect hold of that 176.89. Did the same thing at 179.28. Now, pattern-wise, I'm a scalper, folks, so my time frames are usually like 1 minute to 3 minutes on the chart. As I've been practicing my Periscope strategy, which we will be streaming, I'm probably not going to scalp today, just because we're pretty close to NVIDIA's earnings. We're pretty close to close, and I went 1 for 2 today, so we're technically sitting on about $50 a loss on the day. And I did paper hand that last one, I will say. It was a good gain. It was an 80% trade, but it went to about 250. Like, what? Well, I was complaining about it loudly right before we went live. I closed it to be responsible, so I wasn't in it. I do want to see if they can take out today's high a day into earnings, because usually we'll see a wiggle. And for those who don't know, if you don't want to like have earnings open side by side with things, on the earnings page itself, if you set it to just today, it'll show real-time moves on the list view. So I'll just set this to the 19th. And as we wait for earnings, we can just watch right here what's going on with it. Just right here on the screen. The change in the monetary value and the percent change. Yeah. But aside from that, I don't have a whole lot to go on with NVIDIA. Their options are gonna be all over the place just by proxy of earnings. I will say the net premiums are juiced to the calls. We're sitting at about 120 net premium and about 100 million of positive net call premium, while the net put premium sitting at negative 21 million. So currently, at least by way of ask side call transactions, the net premium's leaning bullish, but Tucker, this one's gonna be a hard one for you to find. Somewhere in our YouTube channel, in the education playlist, there's a video about the caveats of net premium, and that one is shareable.
right,
Nick,
I'll do a little research.
do you think that net premium being bullish, right, more on the call side, quote unquote, is kind of like a hopium situation
It
for the
could
market? You
be.
know?
The main caveat with net premium for individual tickers is that, let's say here, I bet we have something with crazy open interest. We do, right? Right here, right? We have 157,000 open interests on these $200 call weeklies, and 157,000 volume.
Is this one the one you were looking for? Important things you need to know about net premiums to become
Yes. Yep.
a
That's
better
the
trader.
one. That's the one.
Boom.
If you
Nice
can,
find.
drop it as a comment on the Twitter stream. I'm not 100% sure how the Twitter stream shit works because we've never done
I can't.
it. But there's no comments.
No, comments are closed on the stream.
Oh, hold on. Let me fix that.
Specifically on Twitter.
How do I do that? Let's see.
It says
We're
limited
learning,
by
we're
broadcaster.
learning, we're learning.
Yeah, this is a trial run.
We're learning. Advanced settings, content restrictions. Geo restrictions, none, obviously. I do want that. What about this?
We do have
I do not
almost
see an
2,400 people watching live on Twitter.
I don't see an
but
option to it, so I'll just, we'll figure it out.
I dropped it in the YouTube chat though, and I also left a link to the YouTube video.
Okay, maybe
on
I
the
can. What if
Twitter
I?
post.
Nah, I'll let Whale manage that. I was just gonna post it, and then people could comment on the post of it, but I won't bother with that. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do all that. But the caveat with net premium is if there's a massive position open, let's say somebody opened calls at the bid, they sold them to open. When they buy those back to close and they fill at ask side, that's still going to drive this net premium up, right? Because there's ask side call transactions. So that net premium is going to go up with that transaction, even though that transaction is a position closing, not opening. So that's an instance where you can see this positive net premium and it not actually be positive. It's just a position closing that was formerly bid side. That video breaks that down well. So if you're in the YouTube chat, click on that, bookmark it, give it a watch when we're done here. What are we looking at on Periscope? I'm not going to take Periscope scalp, but currently what's happening right now, Jay-Z, is what I said would. We moved up to the top of that straddle cone, almost reached the negative gamma at 6665.
Okay.
Clean rejection there, just like they've been doing all day, but they're dipping and they've set a higher low again, just above 6635. Okay. That combined with the fact that net premiums on market tide are still rising despite these dips you see here in the actual SPY price. The net premiums are still rising. Big money options players didn't give a shit about that little guy down here. Yep. I'm leaning toward them continuing back up toward the top of that channel, but I'm not going to put any trades on here. We're too close to close. Our account's too small. We're going to be responsible on that, but I am interested. I'm just going to pop open my generic run-of-the-mill go-to interval flow.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. 82, that's a little... Nah, those are weeklies. I don't like those. I don't want no weeklies for the small account. Let's see. What's Aries? What are you? January. Somebody got 1,500 contracts of the Aries 75 put.
We also have, I did see something that Mr. Beanman posted.
Oh, yeah. Bean usually has some good takes. You want to go over that one? I'm not a big fan of this Aries. The bid ask is wide, even though it's really close to the ask and kind of leaning toward it being bought to open. I don't trust it, and we can't afford it with our account anyway. So I'm just going to close that. Let me pop your screen back open. Let's take a seat at what our boys got for us.
Let's do it. He looked at this. We got this LB, sorry. Sometimes I get the letters mixed up. The LBRT, right? We got this LBRT that's coming in. The 18C for 1219. We have a 7,185 in volume with a 379 OI. OI is over. Your volume 30 average is 1.64. Nice little spike in premium. However, your entry over here is 0.72, and some of these fills at 0.85. I wouldn't be surprised if some of this is profit taking, right? As we're moving up 2% here. However, I have a feeling that majority of this should carry over into tomorrow's. This will be an interesting take to take. I
no
think this
disagreements for me on that. None of those little volume bars at the bid following the big order are anywhere near big enough to even add up to that position.
Yep, I agree. So maybe that could be someone over here, that small volume at 0.67 trying to get out over here, you know. So a little bit over there. We did have a couple. It's just a tad bit. Just a couple bits of put premium here. Seems like obviously, you know, it could be sold to open puts. It could also be creating that issue, right? But that little call premium spike over here today is very interesting to me, right? So I would definitely love to see what OI turns out to be tomorrow morning and how much is actually open that carries over. But this one looks interesting. I'm going to keep it on my watch list, right? Something like this, if this was just one single candle, right, I would like to get into it. But just because it has a couple of these over here, I would like to see what it transfers over tomorrow before I actually get into it, right? So normally if I see one candle over here, I tend to get into it, especially going into end of day, right? But as you can see with the extra little ones over here, right, it's a little bit more trickier to gauge. So I would definitely see what OI does tomorrow before I jump into it. But I'm going to definitely add that to watch list, so...
Now, what I'm curious about, we got about 5 minutes till market closes.
Yes, sir.
And NVIDIA likes to report a little late, so we'll see if they give us the old 5 minutes or the old 20-minute shenanigans. I'm curious, and again, remember the disclaimer at the top of the show. Remember what I said a little bit ago about not shadowing shit, especially if you're a small account like the one we're running on the show is. Jay-Z, I'm curious if anything on NVIDIA showed up in your DGen ER filter today.
Let's take a look. Community page, just open the DGen filter. I will do this. I like to change it a little bit just because I get to see a little bit more that come in when I do the 1 to 100. I will do 0 to 2 to cancel out the noise.
Woo-hoo.
And then we'll take a look. Yeah,
One.
we have it.
Oh,
No,
that's DGen as hell. That's
yeah, dude.
No shot.
That is 42,000 in premium for $7 a contract. Somebody
that's a nothing burger for something that close dated that far out the money. In my opinion on NVIDIA. Could NVIDIA drop 40%? Sure, it could. I don't know if I'm going to see that happening right now.
Yeah.
We have the call. 205 is a little less DGen for the call.
Yeah. The 205 came in at 1506, the 1541. Normally with this DGen ER filter, also full disclaimer, this is not financial advice or anything from my part. From what I've seen, the last minute flow, I think the last 10 minutes-ish, and the last minute hits on this normally have a better win rate of working out most of the time. Obviously, you'd want to be able to do your own DD before you jump into any of these, right? But that's the risk of playing ER, though. Again, ER is a casino. Options market is a casino, but you're a casino in a casino. I think that's what ER is, right? You're playing roulette at this point. You just don't know what's going on a slot machine. You don't know what's going to happen.
If you got the degenerate yips and the FOMO for earnings,
yeah,
I'm not someone who trades earnings. He is, and he does a damn good job of it. That's why he's here, and he's the one talking about earnings flow, not me.
Yeah.
I don't tend to do it. I'm more risk averse than that personally. That's why my scalping strategy tends to have a low win percent rate, but a higher profitability rate, because I trim really fast and I add to my winners until my target. But we'll go over that on a different stream. We don't have time for that today. We got 3 minutes until market close. But my take, if you're gonna hit the earnings casino, do it with an amount that can go to zero and you won't even blink. If you blink at all, if you sweat, if you're dabbing droplets away, if you got that mash gif, just dripping water from your face, you're way the hell oversized. Drop the size way down, down.
Hey, Nick, for shiggles, right?
Yeah.
I took one of these. Let's see where it does. Let's see where it does. I don't mind it. That's my little coffee.
Little earnings lotto.
Yeah.
Hey,
coffee
it could. What's the IV on it? 126. Yeah. It's gonna need a drop to budge, man. Going into tomorrow.
It's like a shot in the dark, right? I mean, this is more likely in all retrospect to happen than this will ever happen. Right?
Yeah, but hey, it's $7 again. That's an amount that he can lose to zero, and he's not even gonna blink. If you're gonna gamble earnings, that's how, for lack of a better word, a way that's not gonna affect your ability to trade tomorrow. Essentially, when you're trading, especially if you're scalping, doing degen shit like I do with my scalping, I do it on micro futures, and with SPY for this account. And I'll say it's I'm learning a lot scalping with the SPY options because it's so much harder with a small account than scalping anything on futures. You have to sit through so much more drawdown, bro. I was sweating earlier that even that scalp that I won, that I complained that I closed too early before the show, it on a small account, when I have like a swing trade on a flow trade, I want to be watching that to not take more than a 30% loss. And I'm learning with SPY scalping, especially with my Periscope strategy, you gotta be okay with watching it go down and pay attention to your levels and to the gamma more so than the P&L on that contract, because it's different. But we're tuning it in. You guys are gonna watch us tune it in. Market's closing in seconds.
Yeah.
But let's keep going through some of these filters while I have the earnings open in the background so we don't miss a damn thing.
Tucker posted a quick contract somebody posted, the DKS A185P. I did see that coming. I think I was looking at that as well. Just came in right recently. I'm not sure where I saw that. I did see it somewhere on one of these things. But let me take a look at that real quickly. The DKS. So immediately what I see over here is a 375.50 bid ask. It's filling at 4.7. I tend to stay away from these, even if I can look at the tape and figure out what's going on. I like to stay away from these just because I'm not very, very confident with any of these, right? So if I want to see a proper spread and I want to see a proper like bid ask, like this is too far away from you and think about, right? This is like this trade, it could be selling to open, this trade could be selling to close, buying to open, right? So I don't know. Sometimes when I want to get a contract, I see this bid ask in my head. If I put myself in the trader's shoes, if I'm that trader, I would try to fill kind of the middle. I would pay like maybe an extra $50 in premium to $100 in premium, try and fill in the middle, right? And seems that that's what happens. That's what got filled. That's my take on that, in my opinion. So I will stay away from that personally. It could be great, but not for me to look into. Not for me to buy personally.
Do me a huge favor and keep rambling while I set up a new super flow.
Do it.
I want to have the earnings and the chart side by side for this one.
All right. Let's see if I see anything. Anybody else posted anything? I have the 115 Anthony Solar premium on NVIDIA. Let's check. We'll look at NVIDIA as soon as this earnings comes out, right? Let's see if there's anything else that's been posted. No, I'll just go through here. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. It is, my eyes are getting a little worse. I think I gotta wear glasses. Right? So I think Tucker made a joke last time saying that I should buy some glasses. Maybe I should buy some glasses now.
Maybe blind
maybe. I know, right? I look like Goofy.
All right, I got my Superflow set up.
All right, let's take a look at Superflow. If I find anything else that's relatively interesting, you know?
I'm just gonna leave this open for the most part, honestly.
This is nice, by the way.
Turn that back on.
This is nice.
There we go.
So I don't know if you guys can still see this right on my screen.
No, but they can now.
All right, perfect.
Oh, SVRA.
Dude, look at when that first little flow came in, right? Somebody got in a 0.38 and it went all the way up to 1.2. Yeah. So that volume, even if you got it over here, right? You got a nice spike over there, and I'm guessing that's where the spike came from. 41.99 volume 30-day average. I'm gonna take a wild gander and say majority of this is not gonna carry over. It looks like they're taking they probably should be taking profits. Always take profits.
What was that green entry at 40-ish? Just below 40?
Yeah, just below 40.
Now, on the way up, though, this is one that I would want to see confirmation on. Just because if you look at the sizes of those initial orders, we do have some bid side come in just an hour or two before close there.
Yeah.
But you see how that size doesn't quite match up? I think let's bookmark this one. We have our first disagreement.
All right.
I think we see most of that carryover. I think we see. Can you hover over the red candle again? The big red candle, 300-ish, and then the next one.
All right. Let's make a gander on how much you think will carry.
I think at least 3/4 of that open interest carries over.
Give me a number. Give me a number.
Let's just go 3,000. Keep it safe. That'd be 3/5.
I think around at most 2,500 is my bet, my guess.
Well, that's barely a difference. We might as well
Yeah.
agree.
I mean, that's still 50%. I would like to see majority. When I take a flow trade, I want to see almost this entire thing carry over for me, especially with a stock like this, in my opinion, right? It's $5 a contract, $5 for the stock price. So I would like to see majority of that carry over for me to be even wanting to be able to take that.
Fair enough. I will say Nvidia so far doing a whole hell of a lot of nothing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a theta game play, and
Yeah.
you know,
Well, it
people
just nothing
people
happens.
that play spreads, you know, people that play spreads are gonna win on the earnings. But
it just opens tomorrow at today's close. Just literally nothing happens. Everybody who sold the contract prints.
That's why I play low risk, high reward situations. I don't mind playing that, because if I lose $7 to $15, this doesn't make a dent for me.
Yeah. That's you know, if you lose a Happy Meal and it's not gonna bug your real life, that's how you play these lotto shits.
Yeah.
Who else reports? Target reports. They're still kind of
Happy Meal. Wasn't Target pre-market? Target's pre-market. Nick, you got pre-market open.
Oh, you're right. After hours only.
After
That's
hours.
my bad.
Yes, sir.
Hand W. I forgot Palo Alto did. That could do some stuff. Let me pop that open. Just look at the previous earnings. They have been, but never mind. They have been directly within their implied moves. Now, mind you, those implied moves are pretty wide. A couple of them are pushing up on 10%. What happened in Q1 2024? Holy hell. Palo Alto dropped almost 30%. What'd you do?
That again?
It looks like they consistently miss. That's funny.
Hey, we got bull tomorrow too. Actually, after hours, not pre-market, but after
What's bull? I don't know what that is.
Webull.
Oh, I forgot they were publicly traded.
Yes, sir.
I have the account for the show on Webull, and I forgot they're publicly traded. Come on, NVIDIA, give us some spice.
Give me that 40%, baby. Give me that 40%. Give me that 40%. That'll be juicy. I'll take it all day, every day.
They've yet to make a new low in after hours. Right now, like if I was scalping, like let's pretend this is an MES chart. If I was scalping, I tend to not like this, where it's like, y'all know what a cup and handle is, where, you know, it looks like a cup and a handle. These remind me of upside down ones, and when I get two like loop-de-loops like that, it worries me if I'm longing. But this, just for that extra context, and we are on the 1 minute chart, which is where I scalp. Obviously, this wouldn't work with NVIDIA, but this little W pattern that it's trying to form, if it holds above that 185.75 and completes that, it would likely set a new high. That's a wick off pattern that I didn't know had a name when I first started trading it. And so I would just call it like an ooh-woo pattern, because it's just a W.
Ooh-woo.
Ooh-woo. 180. They're bouncing there. I want some numbers though, because this is just going to be chopping in like this, you know, 20
Watch
to 50
just
cent
NVIDIA
zone.
just say AI, and then it just goes to the moon, right?
Yeah, just drop it. I think the last earnings, like people were just counting how many times.
Oh, there he
during
goes.
the press.
Oh, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get the AI drop.
People were just counting how many times Jensen said AI.
Yeah.
During the call. We won't be sticking around for the call. I mostly just want to catch the reaction now that we've done a little bit of flow. If you came in late, we did take one trade. I imagine mine is red because I got a pretty crappy fill, I'll be honest. Let me just pop open my positions here. Yeah, mine is just down a singular dollar. But we're in these 3 Cs for April, and we have so much time on these. So honestly, unless we hit a really good profit target early on, we're probably just going to leave this guy on for a while.
Yeah, I'm at a nice little break even amount. Actually,
yeah, I'm right at break even here.
I'm at I am currently sitting at plus 20% on mine.
Oh, he's cheating. Okay, cool. He cheated.
Listen. I didn't even realize I should have sold this.
Wait, you better not be talking about RC. It's too damn late for the show account. What do you mean?
Man.
We just got rugged. We got rugged by Jay-Z. Hasn't even happened yet.
I didn't sell it yet. I can't get rid of it. You think I can make it for it after hours? No. I wish.
We
You
have a
guys like a
long
little
ass
bit of
time
fun
too, because
news?
I think NVIDIA is going to report at 4:20 Eastern, so we have a bit of time
Hey,
here.
420.
Do you what? Hold on, I want to hear. Hold on. I was scrolling. Whoa! What was that? That was a quickie. Random ass wick way down. That could have just been a chart glitch too. I'll check on Webull actually. Let me make sure. It's double. Never hurts to double check your work. Yeah, that was fake. Fake.
First move's always fake, baby.
Well, I just mean the candle itself was literally fake.
Oh.
It probably just glitched out a little bit. That's all right. We're still fine.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I just saw
yeah,
it because
that-
it's delayed on the
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah, the
feed.
stream's
I was
delayed.
watching. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? And I see it. I'm like, oh, that was bad.
I want to give a shout out. We have over 25,000 people watching us on.
Holy
X.
shit!
That is a lot of people, man.
Thanks for coming to kick it with our goofy asses, guys.
26
Appreciate
now.
Yeah.
you.
Keeps going up.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm just
everybody
gonna assume that it's because I'm cute, and we're just gonna roll with that because my ego needs this. Like I said, I was 1 for 3 on scalps today. That means I took 2 L's before I hit my 1, and we're down still like 25 bucks on the account technically on the day, and it's my fault. So thanks for coming and making me feel better about myself, guys. Appreciate it. What is Cerence? CRNC.
Dude,
They're up 24% today already. What the hell is this? Holy shit. Way back on Q3 2024 on earnings, they ran 107%, dude. What is this? What is this? Oh, wow. They've had a wide array of pricing.
Is it up right now? Is that
Yeah,
what that's saying?
in a year ago they were trading at 282, and they traded as high as 1274 in February, and then today they're almost back to 10. They're up 23% on the day with earnings now. Oh, this is the earnings move. I'm stupid. This is the earnings move. They're currently up 24% on the earnings move. NVIDIA just made a new after hours high.
Oh no.
Ain't nobody gonna get mad at that.
Chat, am I cooked?
Well,
No.
I think you're cooked for your $7 contract regardless of what happens.
Yeah, I know,
But
I know.
that's why it's an earnings lotto and not a well thought
Yeah.
out plan.
No, it's definitely not well thought out. I just wanted it because I got stopped on one spy play. I made it back on the spy. However, I just you know what? I have not been trading much because I'm off this week. So
Yeah, you're
I
partying
just
it
kinda-
up this week. Dude.
Yeah,
No
so I just
problem with
wanted
that.
to I just wanted to get some little nice little piece of churrasco going on. You know.
What I was gonna
Steak.
say though, like 10 minutes ago and forgot because everybody's here watching us and it got me all excited, is I was scrolling through your server earlier and I saw somebody mention a creamy filter.
Oh,
And with a name
God.
like that, you gotta at least tell me the general gist of that shit. What do you mean creamy, dude?
Basically what it means is, all right, I don't want to get banned, I don't want to get kicked off, but I'm gonna let you know. Basically it basically catches a move as it's moving / as it's about to explode, hence the word, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to build that in order to catch. So the premise of what I'm trying to build right now is the premise of the volume 30 average. I want to see if I can catch and figure out a way to use the volume 30 average to be able to grab something that's lower on the market cap side to see whether it increases slowly, like consistent gains
Interesting.
on the volume 30 average. Because I've seen a lot of stocks have a little bit of volume 30 average, and next day it pops, and then like a flash of contracts come in, right? So that
So you're
flash
trying
of
to see some foreplay and then the bus to get in.
yeah,
All right.
that's basically what it is.
All
I know
right.
that VBTC game made a FAFO filter on the community filters page, which is very close to what I want.
Oh,
it
if
to
you're not
be.
familiar with the community page, by the way, folks, community. This is it. Just unusualwhales.com/community. Shitload of people share their filters. Nobody likes mine. That's okay. I understand. I see how it is.
Mine's crap too. Don't worry.
Yeah, you just got way the hell more likes than mine, bro. But that's your DGen one. You speak to the FOMO in people. But live chat, people talking about contracts during the day as well, and then people can share their chains, and it also tracks the most bookmarked chains, like across users. So worth looking at. You know, it'd be really cool to get people really popping off in the chat for these because trading alone's boring as hell, bro. It is.
Also, Snorlax's filter is the best one out there, by the way. If anybody wants a good start, he's
the
the
Ask
GOAT.
Flow filter,
He
yeah.
has the best flow filter on there. Use that as a base. You can take that and make it whatever you want to make it, right? That's the best base filter you can
Yeah,
get.
I mean,
in
my
opinion.
ask side interval flow filter is based on basically
Yeah.
this. I think my ask
Yeah.
percent's a little lower, my premium's a little lower, depending on the contracts I'm looking for. But ultimately, yeah, it's a really good starting point. And if you're if you're not sure, just in general, like just the whole concept of unusual flow, keep an eye on video while I chat in case I miss something while I'm talking. There's a really good article that Snorlax wrote that it's called Indicators of Unusual Options Activity. Breaks down with images from the platform what does and doesn't make unusual or potentially playable options flow, what makes something interesting, not interesting, what you should ignore. This write-up is long, but it's good. There's so much information in our info hub. Just all of these topics have, anywhere between 2 and a dozen articles each. So much information there, but in terms of options trading and reading what you're seeing on the platform, this is your starting point. Right here, Indicators of Unusual Options Activity. That is the launch pad. It has enough basic information to get you started and point you in the direction you need to go and start actually reading the flow. Because I say all the time, no matter what people tell you, no matter what you read, flow trading requires screen time just like chart trading. You need to put some time in, get used to it, start understanding the nuances. Our YouTube channel has a shitload of videos on those nuances. Check those out. No reason not to. If you're trying to learn, that's the way to go. There's so much out there, available information right on site.
Hey,
And then, questions we'll answer as we can, but hey.
A quick thing, by the way. Remember how I said the last 10 minutes of that degen filter is great sometimes?
Yeah.
Look at this ODD 40 call that came in for 116.26. Check out where ODD is right now on...
I got your screen up. Go ahead and pop her open.
Pop her open right here. Look at that. That's the DGNR. Are you sure you're on mine?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so the ODDR right there, and then ODD is up 12% right now. Obviously, the move has to stick.
Oddity Tech? What is that? What are these names I've never heard of just popping off?
I don't know, man, but that's that last 10 minutes, if you can get your DD out and get a good read on stuff like that, that's you can make some good money off of that. They're up. Obviously, move has to stick. I don't know what they're gonna if they have a phone.
Now, mind you, that contract is pricey, so not small account friendly, and they won't always be. I've seen them get $15 contracts with that filter and just be pissed off that I didn't follow it.
Honestly, dude, on this, I would have, if I wanted to play this, I would have gotten something closer to my to expiration. I think closer to the ER, maybe 21 or 12.19, if whatever that was closer than this, to be able to play it. That's how I would have played this. I wouldn't have played the long haul for sure. I wouldn't have. I don't play that much for earnings. That's too pricey for me to put for earnings. So I need $50 and probably maybe a tad bit about $50, but nothing more.
And if we got viewers here wondering where we are right now, this is unusualwhales.com. I know a lot of the Twitter folks know us for the market news, sometimes the politics news, etc. But we have a data options platform, extremely thorough in here. I started trading in 2019, just YOLOing shit that I saw on Wall Street Bets. I'm sure a lot of people have a similar story. When Unusual Whales came around, it made it so I just can't trade without it now, especially with my scalping with the Periscope tool. Unusualwhales.com, folks. If there's a little bit of freemium in there that you can kind of feel things out, see some outdated data, kind of look how things are set up and how they flow. I don't think you'll find a better service at a better cost.
No, let me rephrase. I know you will not find a better service. As an affiliate and person that's been using Unusual Whales the longest time, you're not gonna find a better service.
I was trying to keep my bias out a little bit.
No, I'm gonna have full bias, all bias. I've been using Unusual for a long time. It's life changing. You're gonna love it. So
we have 3 minutes until the drop. I'm gonna cut my camera and just leave it on you for a bit, Jay-Z. I need a new soda because I am gabbing and I'm about to get that nasty foamy white cotton mouth.
By the way, we're at 50,000 views on Twitter. By the way, on X. So.
Damn, you guys are spoiling us. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Thank you, guys.
All right, I'll be right back. Give me a minute, and I'll be back before the drop.
Good. I guess I'll keep this open. My chart is not as pretty as next chart, but we'll keep a look at this. We'll fall on this one, and we'll see what NVIDIA is going to do. Tad cheaper than spot gamma. All right. So, what do we got over here? 30% on that CRNC, and it keeps going. The CRNC. Let's see if NVIDIA does the same or what it's gonna do right now. Tucker, do you got any fun facts for us, Tucker? Or are you muted? I don't know. If,
Ooh, fun facts about what? Just Google fun facts and find something fun.
I don't know.
What's what they got out there?
Yeah.
Out in the universe, you know.
What's
Fun
up?
facts.
What's going on in the universe? I don't know if Nick muted you though.
Did you know that
No, he's not
dolphins
muted.
can hold their
What do you mean?
breath underwater for 8 to 10 minutes?
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow.
Damn, I can do 1 minute. I might be pushing it actually. I eat too much fried chicken, so a little bit fat.
I think you can do 1 minute. Come on.
No, you can do a minute.
You can do a minute.
Come on.
Oh, I noticed again with the auto tracking, Jay-Z. I think we need to, since we have the same camera, I think we need to crank it up to that sport mode where it's like really fast. Because when I got back from leaving the room, my camera freaked out. It was like, where'd he go? All right, we have a minute, bro. A minute till we're supposed to get a reaction. I'm gonna pop my Super Dash back up here. This is called Superflow. For those who don't know, you can set up different dashboards with different shit on it. This is my scalping one where I have periscope looking at gamma exposure, market tide on the other side.
Here, I can pop mine too. I have my filter one going on right here.
And this one's one of my stream filters, just tide chart, periscope. Now I gotta find the one I made for this. We're back. And we're back on NVIDIA. It's just ranging here. It's ranging that 187.51 to 185.70. It's just been bouncing in this range since before close. Whoa!
Theta gang!
Theta gang! We are moving now. We're moving now. First move, rejection. Let's see where they push. I need to pull up numeros. We're above 190. Above 190. See where they go. I think your 115s are cooked regardless, bro. Like, it is such a DJ vibe.
No, it's easily. I just wanted to get it because I had an itch, dude. Come on, like even like in general, like I just had a little bit of an itch on that one. That's all I wanted to do.
It's still pushing. We're at 191.30, 191.40. Only 2.7%. Hold on. Let me pull back up. Let me go back over to earnings. I want to see what that implied actually was. Wait, I'm stupid as hell, dude. I had it right next to me. Implied was 6%, so we're still outside of the implied move, currently moving to the upside. Theta Gang does like to play these things, but I don't know if I'd have the balls to short any kind of contract going into NVIDIA earnings, especially. Naked shorting.
Especially one. Hey, watch next week. It just dies to 100. I'll be happy, but it's not gonna happen.
Dude, 100 would be insane,
right?
That'd be nuts. I said it in that tone just in case we can meme ourselves again because it just happens.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah. Hey, if it happens, I'll be in it. So.
Yeah. Oh God. All right, we're pushing up a little bit closer to that implied move. Sorry, I'm just messing with my other screen. Wicked above 195 there.
I think our real start today is CRNC. Oh my God, it doesn't stop it.
Let's see if they get that 6% implied move. They're just about at 5.
What time is that call supposed to be actually?
They're usually pretty later. All right, that's my bad. I never even pulled up the actual numbers for the homies here. Earnings per share was 1.3 bucks versus an expected 1.26, so a little bit of a beat there. They also beat revenue by about 2 billion. So we've got a beat top and bottom on NVIDIA. Now, one thing I like to say, and I learned this the hard way, and I know our other affiliate that I used to do and sometimes do some shows with, your boy Milt, has learned this the hard way because we've done it together. Don't trust the move in after hours on earnings until forward guidance is issued and until the call. because the amount of times I have been losing my mind happy on a massive win for an earnings play in after hours just to see it flat in the morning and get absolutely reamed on that contract, or more times than I can count on my hand. Not ideal. So don't count a chicken till it is out of the egg and has had its first meal.
Until you close that position, until it's closed.
Yeah, it's nothing until it's over.
It's nothing until it's over. Right?
Rejecting off of that now, we're only up 3%. They made it just above.
But you said spot on though, Nick. When you saw that Degen contract hit though, your analysis on that was just spot on, because it just with such a high market cap stock, that amount of premium just didn't seem like it would no matter what's in it wouldn't work out, right? So that was pretty nail on the head situation on that one.
Look at that top wick on the 5-minute. That is a $3.50 top wick on that rejection. Not quite to the implied move. If he keeps saying theta gain, because if it stays within that implied move, that really high implied volatility we looked at on those contracts is gonna dump, and that's gonna cause the value of the contract to dump right along with it. So if this doesn't trade, toward the higher end of its implied move, those calls that people are in, if they're long this, the puts people are in if they're long puts into this, they want it to go outside of that implied move so they can actually capitalize on some profits. That doesn't mean you're not going to see profit if it doesn't go all the way, but it's going to be significantly hampered by the drop in implied volatility following earnings. So that's just one thing to keep in mind as well.
Yeah, I know that Sly and Marty, they both play spreads and stuff, and this is where they will shine. This is where they really work out. So
I have to do it because I'm an adult. But Tucker said we hit 69,000 viewers.
Hey!
Nice. No, I'm sorry. It's 74,000 now.
Well, now I missed it. Shit.
Tucker, you're late.
Well, I did set this up. For those of you who came in late, we're not going to be going much longer today. We have a hard stop shortly. But this stream should stay up on Unusual Whales to watch back later. If not, I'm going to be putting an issue of this on the YouTube as well. You can always go in there if you came in late, missed what we did. For those who did come in really late here, we are currently in a single flow trade on our Unusual Whales WhaleWatch account. Let me actually get there, pop it open again. Positions, please. What was it? The $3 call for April on RC. This little guy down here, right there. I nabbed a couple of them, and we have so much time to see what happens, but hopefully we get the move we want back above $3, where it did have some resistance when I looked at the chart earlier, to let us get out of these with some happiness.
Yeah, that little volume spike there is pretty nice and juicy too. So, time, guys.
My boy Nate N-Dogs is in our YouTube chat spamming to drop. What are you doing? Yeah. Quit.
He says, I'm cooked.
Oh, did you go short into it, dude?
I'm cooked with you.
I don't know how you get out of bed in the morning with those massive balls, Nate. I will never have the balls to short NVIDIA. Never. Man, some people might remember when we still did the Twitch streams back in the day, but bro, I got nuked so many times trying to get puts on Tesla in like 2021. Never again. I don't touch the ridiculous ape strength stocks that much to the downside. Even though most of my scalping, you folks will learn as the show goes on, my scalping is mostly to the downside. But I won't play shit like NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, Amazon. I don't downside those because it almost always goes poorly for me.
By the way, Nick, that ODD is sitting at up almost 19% right now. So those 40. Do you
wanna real quick? We have a few more minutes before we get the hell out of here. Do you wanna just do a revisit of that play?
Yeah. So I'm on here. So I think I mentioned when I was mentioning was. With this degen filter, when I see those like last 10-minute, we like to call it quote unquote, it's not a like a buzzer beater because it is 7 minutes before, 6 minutes before. Like we call them buzzer beaters. I like to call them buzzer beaters. They tend to do well normally, like more so than it does badly. But again, earnings, right? We're looking at this bid to ask. Your spot is 360. It's getting hit at the ask. Take a look at the actual one over here. Now, the only thing that will put me off maybe off that would be the OI on this. But again, when I see with that timing we had on the buzzer beater, right? I would be looking for maybe here. Let me actually pull it up and let's see what contracts I would like to take if I was going to take something. I didn't take anything for that just because I didn't have the time to do.
This is actually a beautiful thing happening on screen right now, because for the sake of the show, just for the show account, I'm going to be using the desktop Webull. But with options, dude, that 2019 in me never went away. I still place my orders on my phone, bro. And so you doing it right now just makes me feel so much better, because we've been doing it roughly the same amount of time. We've had roughly the same ups and downs with it, and we do the same shit and place the orders on our phones like 14-year-olds.
Yeah, dude, I can't get over the habit. It's a habit, man. It's never going to go away.
It's just comfortable. Yeah. It's comfortable. It took me a second to be like, oh yeah, when I was trying to close that scalp earlier, actually get out.
I mean, again, I'm looking at the contracts. The contracts are like the 45s and the 50s. If I'm looking at any of those 1121, the 45s and the 50s, they're sitting at 291% IV. That's a lot of IV in my opinion. So I don't know if I don't know if I've taken it because I didn't have enough time to do the research. So that, but again, looking at that, like I said, that buzzer beater situation, right? I did really like that. So that's something to look out for when you are playing DGNER. Let's say that you've done research on a specific stock that you liked and you see it come in as a buzzer beater before ER. Maybe pick up a cheap contract. You never know what's going to happen. It's run currently. It's up almost 20%, right? So super out of the money so far from what it's supposed to have done. So. Expected move is 13%, so it's well outside expected move. If I look at its actual earnings prior, it has done it once, like super far away once, and then it's gone down again once, and then you have that up once, right? So
it has just swinging those 30% on earnings makes me so sweaty.
Yeah, I love it though. It's great sometimes. But yeah. This would have been something that would have caught my interest. I mean, I got this for the shiggles of it. It's gonna get blasted, right? But again, playing this for 360 though, too much for me. Too much of a risk to play for earnings.
Expensive.
Even with that time. Yeah, even with that time is too much. So I would have wanted to be at least around $50 to $75 at the most, at the max. For a contract, right? So that's what I would have looked into. So just some food for thought on that, right? The buzzer beaters, keep eyes on them. Do your research. Like I have like I showed YouTube, but I have a little trusty little whiteboard which I keep with me, and I do like my contracts and I pick stocks, and if I'm looking at earnings and stuff, I tend to like look into all those things, and I like to write them down, and then if I see something pop up, I'm already ready to go with those, right? So that's something like I like to do. So. Just have your stuff ready to go, man. To always be prepared. That's the best thing about it, right? So.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
So real quick, I know a lot of people came in late. If you're wondering what the hell we're talking about and where we are on ya boy, unusualwhales.com. Your unfair advantage in the market. Shameless plug. I'm feeling beautiful. I'm glowing. And it's because I realize how stupid I was punting Wall Street Bets callouts before I got unusual whales. But I mean, there's so much shit, dude. I don't even know where to start if I were to start. I wouldn't be the guy to do a full site plug, I'll be honest, because I wouldn't know where to start.
That is Snorlax!
Yeah, Snorlax is the goat.
The goat.
Of the flow.
He's the goat of the flow.
I'm a big fan of interval flow. Somebody in the YouTube chat asked earlier what the benefits are of interval flow. Kind of depends on perspective. I like it because it's giving me these 5-minute windows, and I can see the entire volume within that 5-minute window. It helps me personally with how I trade flow gauge the actual interest in contracts. Like, let's see if I can have an example of why. That's a bad example of why. That's a bad example of why. That might be a better example of why. Yeah, I would have missed this with that filter if I didn't have it set to interval. You see how all of that 1500 volume in that 5-minute candle I just looked at is split up across several orders? My filter wants at least 1500 in size for that specific filter, and it would have missed this entirely. It wouldn't have shown up at all because none of these individual orders were of that 1500. In my interval flow, it lumps them together because they all happened within 5 minutes of each other. So you get those spam orders that add up to one large order. That's why I like interval flow. But I mean, everyone's different. You know, I can't tell any one person how to trade flow. Jay-Z here trades flow different than I do by a lot, and it works for him. I would panic sell all of the shit that I buy using that filter only.
I got a problem. I like to hold stuff. Nick is trying to make me sell and move my stops up a little bit better and be a little bit more responsible, but that's just me. But yeah, I also know that Dan loves interval flow. Dan's the one that introduced me to interval flow. Dan the man. And it's I use that for custom alerts. Nick, you want to talk about custom alerts and interval flow? Dude, I love custom alerts, man.
Yeah, custom alerts are the shit. I have them set up. You can get push notifications from all your filters like directly to your phone. If you have the Discord Premium bot, you can get filters directly to your server. I know Jurassic uses that. Your boy Milt uses that. I think Anthony Sanford uses that. The affiliates are popping off with that stuff because, like I showed you that community page earlier, a lot of these are just ones, you know, they're sharing them around, having a good old time. They'll set these up in their servers. You can set it up for yourself specifically as an individual just to get push noties on all of these. But let's say I'm sitting here in my flow feed. Let me pop open a random ass. Here, I'll pop open his DGen ER filter. Why not?
Oh boy, I'm gonna put on the spot
and I actually
already.
have my screen on for once, guys. I'm killing it today. I haven't shown the wrong screen yet, baby, and I haven't dropped an F-bomb. This is progress. We're in business.
Why don't you mess up just a little bit? Keep things spicy. Well, you've been talking about having spice on this show.
Keep things spicy. You just try to get me fired on the first airing on Twitter. What the hell is that?
Tucker is after you, Nick.
Someone's got to be the little imp on the shoulder. I'm like, let's mess up.
Wait, how tall are you? That might actually be possible.
Me, I'm very short. I'm very short. I'm
easy. I'm not that. I'm 6 foot on the dot, but I mean, if you could fit on my, we'll figure something out for Halloween. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right. So here, if you have your filter set up, you can just create alert. Click that little bell up there. It takes you right to the custom alerts, and you can directly from unusualwhales.com/custom-alerts. You can build the filter raw in here, but I've already got my filters, so you can just click that beautiful bell. It'll pop that bad boy open in the custom alerts. Everything preloaded for you. All you got to do is create alert, and now boom, it's in here.
Hey Nick, on interval flow real quickly, if you want to pop over to my screen, I can show something real quickly. I built this interval flow, and I had Monday we had SOC come in, back on for 3 days. As you can see, you have that 14 call. So this went directly into the server, right? And you can see how that planned out. It's over 100% in gains from that time that entry was. So that's a little cool thing. I love interval flow. Interval flow has changed a lot for me as well. So that was again a massive shout out to Dan the man for introducing that to me. And this specific filter is in it's pushed into the Discord through custom alerts. So which is cool, and I like it because sometimes I don't know what I'm looking for, and like when I'm on my super dashboard, I'm looking at all this. I get a little notification on the side saying, "Hey, this popped up on your filter," and I'm like, "Oh, cool. Let me check it out." And I can pull it up over here, look at it, and if I like it, I'm gonna get into it. So
I'm just gonna take a screenshot of my stupidity quick. People have been asking why the chat isn't working. I couldn't figure out how. Turns out it's obvious as shit. It's literally a button. It's just one button. All I have to do is click verify everyone.
I was doing the research on that
subscribers,
earlier.
accounts.
Like, oh, can we turn it on? No, you can only do it.
You have to do it before. So that's my bad. Next time we're on here, which will be Monday morning at Market Open. This will be set up so you guys can talk shit to us and call us how stupid we are and how the stuff we're saying doesn't make any damn sense.
My beard is not matching. Like I don't grow my hair from here. You can say all that, you know. It works out.
So that's the kind of guy you're getting.
Unfortunately, yeah. It's stuck for now until until I get fired.
Well, hey, at least I know.
Yeah. But yeah, these love my interval flow. Actually, on this interval flow, Nick, the RC did pop up, by the way,
Oh,
as
nice. Which
well.
one? This is your interval
Yeah,
flow filter?
yeah.
Does it have does
Uh,
it have a little hint of degen in there too?
it has a pretty hefty amount of detail.
Go ahead and pop open
So,
your filters. I just want to look at them. You
uh,
can even if one of them's weird and you know it's weird as you're going through this, explain your reasoning for the filter, because that's something that I don't think we really delve into outside of those standalone videos that Snorlax and Dan and I have made about filter
Yeah.
building. We haven't really delved into people's rationale, and even if it's just cuz if you don't have a real reason.
So this is
'Cause.
my main thing. I mean, everything else is pretty much on par with everything, but the biggest thing I've done over here is the market cap. I have simplified this to smaller caps. That's what I've done. That's the biggest degeneracy over here. It is filtering out for smaller caps because I'm looking for those crazy breakthrough moves. Because right now, man, from what I'm seeing at least, right, you're seeing a lot of those smaller caps go crazy. So that's kind of what I have built this one on, basically on small caps.
Sometimes
And
you do see some straight up rotation when
Yeah.
the whole market's being propped up by what, like 10 now. It was just the Mag 7. I think there's a Mag 10 now.
Yeah.
Sometimes they rotate to small cap. Sometimes you can even catch the Russell inversing the Nasdaq occasionally. Like people just punting shit around, making it hard for us little guys.
And then my other thing I do is I look at obviously volume over Y, and then at least 65% of the total volume. Like that's something I've added.
Yeah,
to
I
that.
like
That's
having mine ranges from 65 to 70 just to kind
Yeah.
of cut through the noise of those 50-50 bid-ask
Yep.
fills. Keep those at it. I
Bingo.
don't care about you.
Yeah. And then this is, I believe, set at 10,000. So more degeneracy. I know a lot of people don't like those like lower areas, but again, my theory on this is a smaller market cap, a $5,000, $10,000 premium could make a difference, right?
Someone
That is
trying to
my-
sneak through on those cheap
Yeah,
ones.
someone-
I
yeah,
mean, hey,
some cheeky
if
ones.
you remember back in May, I caught and wrote about what appeared to me to be insider trading, given the timing. Very weird. And I'm still kicking myself for not taking it because it went well over 5,000%. But it was up like 800% the next day. I couldn't touch that shit, obviously. But NVTS announced a partnership with, I think, funny enough, NVIDIA. And it probably hit this filter because it was degenerate. It was hard and fast. It was
when
all
was it
it
exactly?
asked. It was way back in May. The contract's probably, if you go up to, go ahead and go to like May. Can you put a range?
I don't know.
Go to, actually, you know what? I'll just pop open a new tab and I'll pull up the actual the actual contract. And we'll see exactly when it filled, because I'm pretty sure I still have it faved. I don't, but I can check. NVTS 4C for January. That one? No. Is it that one? I'm pretty sure it was the 4.
When did it go off? Do
Do
you know when it went off?
In May, but I don't remember the exact date.
Mm.
This isn't the one. There's not enough. Oh, it's right here. 116. Yeah, this is still open. None of this is transacted out. They're down a lot from highs, though. A shitload from highs.
When did it come in first?
It came in on... Let me see the big one. Where's the big one? There it is. May 16th. 6,600 open interest carried over. And they got in for pennies, dude. They got in for $20 and per contract. And this hit a high last month. Yeah, last month this hit a high of 1361.
Interesting.
That is thousands of percents. But I think NVTS is still trading with this contract well in the money. It's a $4 call. It's still trading at almost $8 a share. I suspect in 58 days or less when this expires that this is going to get exercised for shares. Otherwise, I can't think of a reason
why they're holding.
Why they turned a couple $100,000 into millions upon millions of dollars and didn't close unless they intend to buy those shares at $4 each.
Yeah.
That's my read on it. We won't know until it happens. They got 58 days. But yeah, that's that. That's that bad boy. That's one of the ones that got away.
Yeah, that's just a quick reasoning why this is built for smaller cap. It's not built for It's not built for whatchamacallit, like the big moves. I'm currently trying to work on like the actual numbers to see what I can figure out on this stuff. So I will figure that out as I go. Obviously, I haven't had the time to actually delve into like the larger ones, but that is basically what it is. But I have a bunch of these weird ones.
One
as
sec
we were
before
talking
you
about
go
the-
to your next one. I want to next episode. Let's deep dive Creamy. I want to see how that pans out.
It's
with the
not
4
ready
players in the
yet,
bus.
though.
I know.
I
That's why we can like work through it. You know.
We
But
can-
real
we can do
quick,
it.
Tucker just sent me
Yeah.
something funny as hell. So we all know Polymarket. Unusual Whales is also partnered with Polymarket. They're now moving on from will NVIDIA beat earnings to what will NVIDIA say during their next earnings call. And it looks like people are pretty bulled up on them going with gaming, which makes sense. I mean, who's not using an NVIDIA card of some sort? Well, no, you are actually right now. No,
I
why?
am.
Yeah?
I'm using our and I shorted it. I think we can't get a video card.
What's the lowest chance of being said? 20. People aren't thinking they're gonna talk about VR at all. Less than 20% of the market is saying yes, they'll mention VR. Interesting. NVIDIA's going to talk about Trump. Almost 50% are leaning that way. Arizona? Are they like working on a plan or something in Arizona? Why is Arizona an option?
I have no idea why.
Arizona.
Maybe that might be the big boy there.
Yeah. They're just going to say Jay-Z.
Oh no, don't put that out there.
Just like create one, see what happens.
No. Let's not do that. How about we not do that? But yeah, we can definitely do one day. We can just definitely deep dive into it for sure. NVIDIA is kind of moving up again. It's like it's at 5%, 4 to 5% now. So
it's shopping in that range.
Yeah.
Let me pop that chart back up. I want to see if they ever made it to the implied move. It would help if I get the correct window open. I got too much shit open, guys. What's that one? Nope. What's that one? Yeah, it is this one. I just had the custom alerts on. Yeah, I mean, they're not quite to the high that they had in the after hours yet. I think more significant moves will probably happen on the call.
yeah.
Which we
Also,
will not be
we're at
streaming. I'm not trying to mess with the DMCA shit that I got the last time I streamed Apple's earning.
93K by the way, Nick. That's insanity.
You guys are here
people hanging-
partying, huh?
Yeah, we're hanging out. That's awesome.
All right. It's about 15 minutes until 5 Eastern. I know Tucker's got a hard stop then. I do as well. I think this was a fun one. What do you guys think?
I thoroughly enjoyed this. This is great.
I'm going to flip this over to the 3 cams so you can look at our beautiful
continuing
faces.
to do this on X and Twitter as well is probably the right call.
Yeah, we've never tried
Yeah.
it before, and
Yeah.
I'm happy you guys came and hung out. I don't know if you enjoyed it, but you didn't leave, so I'm just gonna assume you enjoyed it, because I'm an idiot and didn't turn comments on before I started.
I was about to say, maybe next time we turn comments on, dude.
Hey, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Even though you reminded me right before the stream to do it for YouTube,
no, Nick!
they will not be in the replay. There will be no comments in the replay because I joked about forgetting and then actually forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, folks, this is going to be a regular thing moving forward.
Yeah.
Today was a bit of an outlier. We really wanted to see what happens with NVIDIA earnings, go over some flow, kind of into close, a little bit after close. But usually we'll be going live here, YouTube, I think Facebook now as well. We'll be going live at Market Open every Monday and Wednesday. And honestly, if you guys keep kicking it like you did today for this long, I mean, it's been, what, like an hour and a half of homies hanging out with us? And so many of you, jeez, you guys really think I'm pretty, huh? You've been here for over an hour. You've been here for over an hour. I'm speaking directly to the viewer today. You've been here for over an hour, and you're still here.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. You guys are the best.
You guys
So we'll be here, Market Open, same place, definitely not the same time. Market Open on Monday. Next week, we'll do it again on Wednesday at Open. And since we'll be a little earlier in the day, I'll probably take a couple of scalps using my Periscope strategy. So if you want to learn more about how people are using Periscope, the gamma exposure profiles on unusual whales to trade,
Yeah.
that's how I use it. It's a little faster, and I'm learning with SPY options on a small account a little bit nerve-wracking compared to when I use it for trading futures. But I'm excited. I hope people learned something today, and I hope you guys come and kick it with us again next week when we're live
We
again.
can definitely do some filter stuff as well for sure. So
Yeah, we can walk through building a filter together.
yeah.
Maybe we can find some kind of hybrid of degeneracy and my reservations with degeneracy. Find a happy medium,
I think
and
that'd
maybe
be
that'll
cool as
balance
hell.
out into the perfect filter.
I think that'll be cool as hell for sure.
I'm with it. All right, everybody. We're going to get the hell out of your hair. Thanks for hanging out with us so long. I hope you learned something.
Yeah.
I hope you had fun. Just be on the lookout. I'm going to get those scheduled for next week. Just be on the lookout on the Unusual Whales page, and we'll see you guys market open on Monday.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Have a good one, everybody.
See ya.
Peace out.